In this session, I want to have a look at the differences between SmartArt and WordArt that we covered in a previous section. Again, an Office application that's found in the Word to start off with. Again, if we want to insert something, we have to go to the tab at the top here that says Insert. We always click on that, and straight away you notice that the ribbon changes. Now, the WordArt was over on this right-hand side. SmartArt is here on the left-hand side. Straight away, if I hover the mouse over it, it shows me an indication of what's going to come along. Going back to zooming out again, if I click on SmartArt, I've got a lot of different graphics here. Now, these you're going to find very, very useful, I'm sure. Now, again, I can move down, and I've got all sorts of different things I can have here. In my graphics, I can have lists, I can have processes, I can have cycles, hierarchies, relationships, matrix, pyramids, all sorts of ways of presenting information or data. Can anyone think how you might use some of this, perhaps in a sort of way, either in the office or in a study environment or something?
I remember the pyramid. I remember using that in biology. The case of evolution.
Yeah. Pyramids. Yeah, pyramids of biomass and that sort of thing. Yeah, great stuff. And this would be a super way of presenting that. Yes, yeah, that's really good. One of the things that I was thinking of, perhaps with some of the cycle ones that we've got, and if I just zoomed in on some of these, perhaps for the concepts of something like mind mapping or spider diagrams that kids use in school for remembering and learning for GCSEs. Maybe they're good ideas for that. I want to look at one of them first of all. For structures that exist perhaps within all organisations, I want to have a little look at this one that relates to hierarchies. So perhaps a management structure system. Now, if I zoom back out again, here straight away it comes up on the right. I can either do one of two things here. I can type my text on the right-hand side over here, and there's a space for me to write my text in for all of the different structures in a system, or I can write my text in the box over here on the left-hand side. Well, I want to focus on writing over here, and I'm just going to do a system that perhaps I was familiar with when I was teaching in schools, and you would have the head teacher in charge. You might have a deputy, perhaps the first deputy. You might have a head of department. We might have second in department. We might have down here subject leaders, if I call it subject leaders. And then down here, the important ones, we might have the teaching staff. There we go. Now, if I zoom out, there's a sort of rough version of an organisational chart. Now, I think that's a nice start with this, but of course there's lots of things that I can do with this. If I want to, if I decide that I don't like this layout, well, perhaps I can change it and come across with different styles that I might prefer. Now, as we saw with live preview before, again, once I click on the area in the middle here, it changes the ribbon at the top, and I can change the layouts on this. I can scroll down here, and I can change the layouts to really all sorts of different things that I might like. And again, it all comes up as live preview. And I think that's going to be of great benefit to the business world and the educational world, where they can change the different layouts to see what might suit them best. Additionally, I can change colours if I want, and again, live preview makes it much, much better and far easier to see. in terms of the different SmartLearn styles, or SmartArt styles that I can look at again here, and of great benefit. I can scroll down and again move across to the different ones to get a live preview of what best suits my needs.
Stephen, is there a certain number of letters or words you can use within this?
What happens with this is if I were to extend this, and for example, if I were to write headmaster in there, it makes the font that much smaller. Okay, so it fits in that little box. I can, of course, extend the boxes as well, which is great, isn't it? All right. So that's a look at that particular type in terms of what we did there for setting up organizational charts. Again, going back on my ribbon to insert, again on SmartArt, if I want to look at cycles, perhaps we're doing a performance management review. Let's have a look at the sort of thing we've got here. I've gone for the generic blue background. Again, we know I can change that and when I like. If we had a performance management review system, say for example we were looking at the way we developed staff, and we started off with an induction process, and then I moved on to training staff, and then they're actually going to be working, ongoing training, and you notice what's happening here. Every time I press the enter button, we're getting an additional text box appearing. So I think, Raila, some of the things you were saying earlier, can I extend the writing in it? Well, yes, I can do that, but also, more importantly, I can extend the number of cycles I want in this. Similarly, with the hierarchy, that was a very simplistic hierarchy that we looked at. If you had a big business organization, you could extend it, almost infinitely, which I think is of great benefit there. And again, when I've got this zoomed on screen, I can write in here, working, ongoing, review. And again, I've got the capability, if I want to make these shapes bigger or change them, I can do. And that's a great benefit to this particular thing, SmartArt tools. Again, colors, I can change colors, and sorry, I'm afraid that was a bit quick. I can change colors in live preview, and literally as I like to get something that really suits what I want to deliver. And that's again one of the great benefits of this this particular piece of addition to the new Office 2007. SmartArt. It's got some great ideas, great concepts, and it means that you can move a document around, you can create documents, and you can see them before you finalize them. And I think it's going to have a great potential in the workplace and again in the educational environment.
So if you created a document in SmartArt, can you transfer it to PowerPoint presentation?
Absolutely, yes. But also, if we go to PowerPoint, again, in an earlier lesson, you might have seen that I said the ribbon is generic along the top there. With a PowerPoint, if we go to Insert, and again, we've got SmartArt available in PowerPoint. But there's no reason why you can't cut and copy it in. No problem at all. Okay, good. Okay, the next topic that we're going to look at, and looking ahead, we're going to look at the way that we can use charts in both in Office and other applications.